Another thing we want to talk about is tea is a medium for social connection and hospitality. A lot of people will say, please come, let's have tea together, which means let's connect, let's get together, share our life experience, or let's, talk more about what happened to us recently. Or tea can use to welcome your guest. When you have guests in your house, you will offer them, please drink some tea to show your hospitality. And for business meetings or any gathering, tea is a very good medium for social communication. So it's a very important function of tea in this respect. Another thing I want to talk about, using tea as a medium for social connection or social communication, is tea houses. In Taiwan, we have so many tea houses. In Taipei, or in Jiufen, or in Tainan, Taichung, Kaohsiung. There are so many interesting tea houses, traditional ones or modern ones. As you can see, from the picture, I want to talk about one of the tea houses I love in Taiwan. It is called 茶田35号. So Tea Farm 35. Do you know where it is? It is in Alishan, Ali Mountain. So as we know, Ali Mountain is a high mountain. So 茶田35号, it's located in Xiaoliyuan, which is about 2,500 meters high. So in 茶田35号, it offers so clean, and so beautiful scenery and environment for you. So every time when I go to Ali Mountain, I always spend some time, visiting this tea house. So this tea house offers not only like visitors, but also some hikers walking in Ali Mountain, a place for retreat, to take a rest or enjoy the high mountain atmosphere. So this is one of the best place for me. So for me, it's a retreat. And another tea house I want to talk about is Jiufen. As you know, Jiufen is a very touristy, place in Taiwan. But Jiufen has a very interesting tea house. So if you go there, don't miss the chance. And another tea house I want to mention is Wisteria in Taipei City. Do you know Wisteria Tea House? Zitenglu. And do you know Zitenglu is one of the Taipei City culture heritages? So why tea houses can be part of the culture heritage? That is because it has long tradition and it offers a very good place for people to meet for social activity or social event, to connect people together. And it also offers a very quiet place to just be yourself. So you can go there with your friends, or you go there by yourself, just reading a book, and then at the same time have a cup of tea. Or you can go there with your friends, with your family members. They also offer some food, and they offer good tea. So Wisteria is another good place to go. And also in Tainan, there are some very cool, tea houses. Like one of them is tea house transformed from Japanese old house and with wooden, structure. So the tea there is really traditional, and there are also some tea offered tea jelly. So if you go there, you can also see some flowers arrangement. So that's really beautiful and a very calm, very tranquil place that you can visit. That's it for tea house. And then tea and aesthetics. Do you know aesthetics? Aesthetics means beauty. Beauty. So tea is closely connected with beauty and artistic, appreciation. So for example, like elegant teaware design. I will show you some teapots I brought today. So later on, we will talk about that more. And then design for tea setting. For tea drinking, normally you will have a setting. Some people are really into that. Like my friend, she is really into design of tea setting. She even learned how to make teacups by herself. So she took, a pottery making class, and she has been making very beautiful and artistic teacups by herself. So she set up her own tea setting, and then every time when we visit her, we kind of, oh, so beautiful. So tea setting is another thing for artistic or aesthetic appreciation. And also tea room decorations, and we go there to appreciate simplicity and harmony. So now let's talk about teapots. So design of teapots. As you can see from the picture, there are so many different kinds of teapots. I want to show you. This is one of my favorite teapots. I collected some teapots, but I have a friend. He is a crazy person. Why I say crazy? Because he is really into collecting teapot. Do you know? He has more than 1,000 teapots, and he still keep buying more and more because he always say, oh, this teapot is different from that because of blah, 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 blah. But I asked him one time, do you use them all? He said, no, just for collection. So unlike him, I collect some teapot, but I use it. As you can see, the teapot is Yixing teapot, Yixing clay teapot. So later we will explore more about Yixing, why Yixing clay teapot or 紫砂壶. And another shape and color is this kind of teapot. It has very interesting, bamboo. Yeah, you can see bamboo on top of the lid, and the size is quite all right. So it's easy to use it for 2 people or up to 4 people. It is okay. And another teapot I want to show you is this kind of tea bowl teapot. As you can see, you can make tea by using, tea bowl teapot like this. So the way to use it is you use your thumb and then middle finger hold here, and your index finger just touch the lid. So to avoid the lid falling down. So the way is like this. But I don't recommend, people who just start making tea by their own. You know why? Because it's really hot. And if you don't know how to use it, you may spit over the tea and then burn yourself. So for this kind of tea bowl, I would say if you have a lot of experience and you want to try different kinds of shapes, different kinds of teapots, you can use it. Otherwise, I would recommend you using this kind of tea bowl later, much later. As you can see from the picture, there are so many different kinds, like pumpkin style, or even like has a very long beak at the beginning, and it looks like iron. But actually, that is 紫砂 clay, pot. So design of teapots is something really big, and a lot of people like to, spend more time with teapots they love. And design of tea setting, as you can see, tea setting is also a very important part of tea appreciation. So it offers you a very good feeling of it. For example, tea tray and then teapots, cups. And speaking of that utensil, we will talk about how to choose them, how to choose teapot, how to choose teacups later on when we talked about how to brew a cup of tea, for yourself or for your friends. And design for tea settings, more pictures. As you can see, there are so many different kinds of materials or settings, and even, flower arrangement. Speaking of flower arrangement, many years ago, I learned flower arrangement to go with tea brewing. And the best flower arrangement is Chinese style or Japanese flower arrangement. For Western style, because the flower arrangement flowers are too much, that would be like a big chunk of flowers, on top of your tea utensils. So personally, I think they don't go really well. So the best flower arrangement to go with your tea drinking is Chinese style or Japanese style. We call that 中华花艺 or Japanese style. They only got maybe, some kind of green plants, and then maybe 2 or 3, flowers. So it has 禅, Buddhism, 禅. They have a meaning, carry that kind of meaning in there. So I think they match really well. But anyway, depending on personal preferences, some people will set up their tea setting, for brewing a cup of tea. And then tea philosophy, of course. Tea is not just a drink. It has philosophy in there. It's a way of living and a way of life, especially in terms of harmony and balance. The key idea is harmony between human and nature. As we know, tea is a natural plant. They live in the nature. No matter they are garden, plantations or tree types, they are in nature. So when we drink a cup of tea, it brings, us, nature. So we have a very good connection with nature by means of drinking tea. And then drinking tea is also a very important way to appreciate simplicity and humility. So you will become humble because you have to learn how to appreciate tea. Having a good cup of tea, you have to appreciate, from the God, from the nature, because good tea has to be produced by good weather, good region, good climate, good soil, so everything. So you will appreciate that more. And the patience and mindfulness, as we have been learning and talking about, tea. You know that tea is a very important medium for this kind of mindfulness, internal, activity. So brain calms you down. And then a lot of people are so busy every day. They have so many things to deal with, work or study or family members, so many things. So their mind is always so busy with a lot of things. So bringing tea in your daily life, that can help you just calm your mind down and you appreciate the mindfulness and the peace, the tranquility in your life. And also, if you want to have a good cup of tea, you need to be patient and you need to be waiting because you have to make sure the temperature is right, every procedure is right. It's kind of training for yourself, not in a hurry, slow down. So everybody's living pace has been so fast. So fast living pace. So you don't have time to sit down and relax yourself. So it offers you, the chance to be patient, to train yourself, slow down, ask yourself to slow down. And I think it's a very important, thing in our busy life. And also, we respect others and the environment. As I said, we appreciate a good cup of tea because it's from nature. And the environment we sit for drinking tea, actually we can decorate them. So as I mentioned earlier, maybe some flowers. And then in Japanese tea room, they have a calligraphy, to calm you down and you appreciate the beauty of a calligraphy. And also like tranquil environment. So when you drink tea, if you want to appreciate tea, the environment should be very important. And then should be, peaceful and then quiet. So you show respect, for that.